Hi there, Leo. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly November reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. And thank you so much for your patience. So as usual, guys, it's going to be a relationship spread. And I'm going to be dividing this reading into 3 portions of the reading, right? The first portion of the reading is going to be if you guys are dealing with one person. The second portion of the reading is going to be if you guys are dealing with 2 people. And the last portions of the reading are going to resonate a lot more for singles. Or it's much more designed or I'm much more intending it for singles out there. But however, if you guys are single or if you're dealing with 2 people, the first portion of the reading might resonate a lot with the person that you're heavily focusing your energy towards. Okay? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign. Me personally, I find that Venus resonates a lot more in terms of my relationship sector rather than my moon sign, my sun sign, or even my Jupiter sign. So let's talk now, Leo. By the way, this is a general reading, so the message might be vice versa. So you have that 10 of Cups in reverse, you have the 7 of Swords in reverse, and you also have the Page of Wands. So for me, the Page of Wands, you feel like you are being, I'm not going to say separated, but you feel like you and whoever it is that you're dealing with is like a little bit being separated by distance. It could be like literal distance, like it's a long distance type of relationship, or you just feel that between you and the other person that you're dealing with, there's this too much of a big difference that it's so hard to not notice that. It could be differences in type of principle. It could be differences in types of the way of thinking. There's just like this big giant block of differences that is hard not to look at. And because of these differences, because of this blockages, because of these obstacles that is happening right now, you feel the collective happiness of this relationship is no longer there, because the 10 of Cups, we're talking about the collective happiness. You're happy, I'm happy. And you feel that in your relationship sector to fight for like a collective happiness is something that is impossible because of that big huge obstacles, big huge difficulties that's like there. But I feel like you guys are going to be very, very honest with your situation because you have that 7 of Swords in reverse. You know, if you've been in the past withholding clarity or withholding information, communication, or whatever that is, I feel like you really just want to talk things through and just want to be as transparent as you can with this person. Like, look, this is our differences. We have to do something about this, you know, to try to make it work. So what's challenging is you have the Justice card. So Justice card, you could be dealing with a Libra, but and 10 of Swords and also the 7 of Pentacles. So no, Justice card every time I see the overall challenge, and this is the overall challenge, so I'm not pinpointing who's doing what to who. But Justice card followed by the 10 of Swords there. Every time I see the overall challenge, it always talks about somebody who's trying to, somebody who wants to take revenge, somebody who wants to see bad things happening to you because of how much you hurt them. Or this could be you doing this to them. Oh my God, you fucked me up so bad. I wish karma do something to you. But instead of waiting for that karma to happen, you plot. You want to do something about it. So to make karma happen faster so that you can watch karma happening to them. So this could be them doing this to you, or this could be you doing this to them. But there's a Justice card. So you hurt me in the past, I'm going to hurt you now. And I'm not patient enough to wait karma to come or to wait for the universe justice system to work. So I'm going to be doing that karma myself. 10 of Swords, it's very, very difficult to walk away from period of disappointment. So it's a type of energy that might forgive, but rarely forgets or hardly forgets. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. So one person is being a passive participant into this relationship. Okay, so that's why you feel the distance, because you feel that it's either you pacifying yourself or it's them pacifying themselves. So let's see what's going on in the past. Let's see. Let me put the cards back in. So it means 5 cards in the past. 5 of Cups. Yeah, this person was 8 of Cups. This person was hurting a lot. Four of Swords. Four of Wands. Oh, the taste of regret. Five of Pentacles. You are still very, very optimistic about this relationship. I think there was like a little bit of a huge obstacles in this relationship. It could mean that they were having like a little bit difficulties in their life in terms of their financial. They have like a bit of financial struggles or family struggles, but you're always there to support them with that Four of Wands, right? You, oh my God, yeah, that's fine. You know, Leos, we're fire signs. Right? I'm Sagittarius. Like we're always optimistic. Well, everything is always going to be fine, but they are dwelling themselves onto those difficulties that they're facing, and you guys are kind of like quite torn between wanting to be supportive of them, but you feel that every time you try to reach out to them or every time you try to be affectionate with them, it's being met by a little bit of their pessimistic. So the person that you were dealing with in the past was focusing a lot on, you know, the bad memories. It could be their obstacles, their difficulties, or like if the past before this even happens, you guys were you guys were fighting, and then they were still dwelling on what was said during those fights, what was said during those arguments, the things that they feel that you did to them, how much you hurt them. So they were still dwelling on those type of energy. And because they have, like, it was very hard for them to just look up and look behind towards the Two of Cups. So you guys are still being very, very emotionally connected with one another. It was so hard for them to look up and see it and see that. So they decided to walk away. They decided to, because it's no longer emotionally fulfilling for them. But the way that I see it, why was it not emotionally fulfilling for them? It was because they were focusing a lot on the negativity instead of the positivities. Instead of what you guys still have, they were focusing on what you guys lost. You know, and when they decided to do that, when they decided to just kind of like either walk away or disappear or ghost or just kind of like flee, you guys were very, very, very devastated and also disappointed with the Five of Pentacles in here. It's like I hear like, oh, I've been treating this relationship like a home, you know, because you got the Four of Wands next to it. I've been treating this relationship like it was my home. Like you were my comfort, you were my home, you were my warmth. And how easy it was to just, for you to just walk away and me be dealing with the residue of it. Lima kartu masa sekarang. So that means 5 cards for the now. Nope. Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Wands. 5 of Wands. 3 of Swords in reverse. Right. So here's the thing, Leo. This person, yeah, the person that you're dealing with, it's either they were talking to somebody, probably their friends or their family members, or they were, you know, like if you, I don't know about you, but I like to scroll to my Instagram feeds and I follow like a lot of spiritual healings and gurus. There's like a lot of fake gurus out there too, you know, with their fucked up relationship perspective. But I feel like they were doing those type of stuff, or they were watching on YouTube about relationship, or them, you know, going on Facebook, or them talking to parents, their parents, or whatever that is. So it's something new that they just learned. See, this Page of Swords is fighting for what he thinks is right based on what this person had just learned. Okay. Had just learned, had just read, had just heard anything, but they were fighting for it. Like they feel that this is a healthy relationship from my side. You've been wrong for a very long time because you didn't see me when I was being very, very down and pessimistic of this relationship. And I'm not pointing fingers, yeah? I'm just translating what they feel. Like sometimes people think that I'm actually pointing fingers where I'm just reading things, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel, how they feel now. So it might be already happening now, it might happen really, really soon because it's in the present card. So they're going to be reading something, or they're going to be listening to something, and they're going to be fighting for it. And, you know, it's like Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. So in the past, they were still kind of like, although they emotionally detached themselves away from the relationship, but in terms of the tangibility or their plans for the future with you, they haven't dropped it off. But based off the things that they had just learned there, they decided to just drop it off. Like, oh yeah, I'm so determined to move away from Leo because I feel like I'm in the right. I'm so determined to move away from Leo because I believe that it's something that is right to do. But all I can see in here is that you guys are being very, very supportive of them. Well, some of you might be fucked up, but the majority of you are actually being very, very supportive of them, because you try, when they're in sadness, when they're like the Five of Cups, you try to provide stability for them, but they didn't see it. And you would, of course, and I feel like you're going to be listening to this. So it's either they're going to be posting some cryptic message on their social media or on their WhatsApp status, or they might be communicating this through a mutual friend of yours or through your sisters or whatever that is. Like, yeah, I don't like Leo, you know, because when I was in a relationship with Leo, this is what happens, and da 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 da. You're going to receive that message. You're going to listen. You're going to hear this, and you're going to be like, hey, kurang ajar, meaning that, heh, apa-apaan lo? Sorry, like, I cannot find a simple English word. Like, heh, what do you mean by that? I meant all well with you. You know what I mean? So, Five of Wands. You're just going to be so riled up and angered up by that. Like, how could you be saying all these shitty things about me? Well, I know for certain that in the past, all I did was to provide you with tons and tons of stability. But you know what's the best thing about this is, Leo? Because when you're angry, yeah, you vibrate on a very, very high frequency. So if you're trying to move away from this person and to try to heal your wounds and scars from this person, this is actually doing the work. Because you have a Three of Swords in reverse. By you defending yourself, by you hearing that message and you defending yourself, being angered up by that, you actually heal yourself from that period where you're feeling like sad. Like, oh, why? You're like, no. Whoa, I gotta fight for myself here. You know, I gotta prove something. Like, that's not the truth. That's not the right thing. So 5 cards for the future. The Lover's card, 3 of Wands. The Judgment card, it's there again. 3 of Cups. The Fool card. Ini si Leo bakalan balikan nggak sama mereka? Right. So what's going on in the future? So the thing is that, yeah, when they communicated what they believe in, what they have learned, they had just learned. It's almost similar like a Aquarius reading. Almost, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like a bottle up emotion. So they needed to blow off their steams, because in the past they were being so pessimistic. They were dwelling a lot on their pessimism, on their sadness and disappointment. And actually, when they speak up and when they learn something like that and they learn to speak up their emotions, it's actually doing them very, very good. Because in the future, what they're going to do is they have the Lover's card. So they're going to be in a period where they feel like they're in a crossroad. They feel like they're in a crossroad and they're going to be very, very sorry with the way that they treated you. So there's a little bit of a regret coming from their side because of the way that they treated you, either already happening or it might soon be happening, right? So they have the 10 of Wands here because I try to clarify what this 3 of Wands is all about. So they're in a period where they're kind of like quite being undecided, like, oh my God, like I think I was too harsh on Leo. Yeah, I just realized that Leo is a nice person. Like they did this to me. Some of it is my fault. So I think I'm going to be saying sorry towards it. And I feel like you guys are going to be happy about it in the future. So, you know, this is taking a very, very giant turn after the fight. And then they have to have a moment where they're contemplating themselves and they're like, oh my God, like I think so. Yeah. So in the future, I feel like you guys are going to be rebuilding the friendship aspect first before wanting to take a giant leap of faith with this person again. So when they come to you, and this is the same advice that I gave for Aquarius, when they come to you with what they had just learned and they just communicate with you in a very sortish type of manner, let them be. Just listen. Just listen, let them finish, and then after that you clarify with the without even raising your voice. Don't use that fire, all right? Okay, but if you truly want to move on from this person, it means that you have to watch the last portion of the reading because then it make you single, all right? So that's it if you guys are dealing with one person. Now we're moving on to if you guys are dealing with 2 people. All right, so now let's proceed with the 2 people scenarios. If you guys are only dealing with one person, your reading ends a few seconds ago. If you guys are dealing with 3 people, this is only for 2 people. So I'm sorry for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 5th person, Leo. My table is not enough for that. But anyway, so I want to start with person B first. Because person B is somebody who you've been dealing with the longest. Person B, in the recent past, this person, you feel that this person is emotionally detaching themselves away from this relationship. You feel that this person doesn't care as much as they did or as much as they should. You feel that this person is very aloof. You feel that this person is very, very detached. But even before this recent past, Leo, I gotta be honest with you. Just be honest with yourself. I feel like in the past, you guys already felt that this person is being unfair. This person is not giving their 100%. You know for certain that this person could have given you more, but they're not. They didn't. And how do you know it? How did you know that? I feel like it's either you're comparing what they did in their previous relationship to what they did in your relationship, or you just have that inkling feeling. It's like, oh, why is this? Why am I giving my all? Why am I so emotionally invested in this, but this person is not giving their 100%? You know, those type of realizations that you've been having in the past with them. And one of the reasons why they're doing this is because I feel like this person, you know, the type of person who needs to be assured that it's safe for them to do something before they do something. I'm gonna give you an example. So when I went to Sulawesi with one of my Libra best friends, we wanted to jump into the oceans and swim with whale shark or shark whales. I'm not sure what the English word is that, okay? But she was hesitant, right? But I'm like a scientist, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And she was like, okay, just jump, swim. If you're not dead within 10 minutes, then I'll jump with you. But if you're dead, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. So this person gives me that type of feeling. They will not jump into something unless it's proven that it's safe, unless it's proven it's worthy, unless it's proven that, you know, if I do that, I'll be all right. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to be rejected. I'm not going to be ignored and everything like that. So it's not a risk taker type of energy for me. Yes? So because you're tired of dealing with that energy over and over again, and I feel like there's like a lot of your friends or probably family members, or you just want to kind of like explore the horizons out there, you want to enjoy the world, and you feel like, oh yeah, you know what, let's just date. You know, what's the big deal about it? Me and this person, you know, is weird anyway, let's just date. And even when you guys started to date for the first time, admit it to yourself, you feel wrong. You feel like you're cheating. But I know for a fact that most of you, like majority of you, are actually already broke up with this person. But because you're so used to be emotionally invested with this person, dating another person seems like weird. I don't know. That's just the vibe that I'm getting. That's just the feeling that I'm getting. So when you dated person A, when you started dating with somebody, you put them into, I'm getting like a very Libran vibe from you. You know what I mean? Like a detached type of quality that just observes. Okay, so you're good, you're bad, you're good, you're bad. You're not too emotionally invested in that dating process. You're not too open with them. You're trying to calculate the pros and cons, always going back and forth, back and forth. Should I do it or should I not do it? So person A, person A, that was person B. Yeah. So person A is somebody who you know for a fact that in the past this person was hoping for something. Like it's either they were applying for a new job, or they were hoping for a career progressions, or they were hoping to build their home, whatever that is. They had a plan, but it didn't succeed. And then, so those obstacles, and then it didn't succeed. And then you guys are like, oh, it's all right. That's life. That's an up and down. You try to be strong for them. You try to be supportive for them and everything like that. But the thing is that this person is too busy looking at those, being pessimistic and looking at the negativity to even realize your warmth. So that's to few of you, but to few of you too in the past, yeah, person A. So I am getting like 3 scenarios. So person B, it's like that scenario, but person A, I'm getting 2 scenarios. Or person A, in the past, this person was so into you, they invested a lot into you, but they feel like you guys are being very, very cold to them, and you guys are being not calculative, but you guys are kind of like weighing them too much or observing them too much. So this is how they feel about you. And then now they're like, yo, this is unfair. Like, do you want in or do you want out? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then you are going to be having like a little bit of an argument with this person. But I feel like you can actually solve this, because in the future, this person is like the Lover's card, because this person was so into you in the beginning, you know what I mean? And they feel like it's a crossroad, and I feel like they're going to be communicating with you in a very, very Geminian way, even though they might not be a Gemini, but in a very, very, Gemini way, communicating transparently, like, look, we have 2 options here, whether we want to go this way or whether we want to go that way. And I feel like you guys are going to be, tossing cups with them, and starts to build that friendship aspect. So, and then after that, the lovey-dovey and mushy-mushy aspect of the relationship, which is good. And I feel like in the future, if it has been so hard for you to completely move on from person B, in the future, it's like, it's so easy. It's like taking off your hat, like, whoosh, bye. Then you're going to be smelling the breath of freedom, finally free from thinking about them, finally free of being dragged down and everything. Jadi mereka bakal balik gitu ya. But here's the thing, person B might have the tendency to return. It's like a maneuvering or the hovering type of energy. Like in the now, person B feels that, oh my God, it's a lost cause. I'm not going to be doing anything about it. And with person B, you're in your healing process. But in the future, they might try to manifest again with you, probably like reaching out and say, hi, how are you? Or forwarding like something that is interesting for you. But it won't bother you that much. When that time comes, when you're communicating with them or when you're dealing with person B again, you're like, oh, look how my energy has changed towards you. This is how you're going to be talking to yourself. You go, oh, wow. Like in the past, I was so hopeful that this person is, communicating with me or doing something to me and everything like that. But when that time comes, when it happens, I feel nothing. I'm actually feeling very, very free. And I feel like you're going to give a chance to person A, but it's going to start from a friendship level first. All right. So that's if you guys are dealing with two people. So now let's move on to singles. So what I mean by singles is that if you guys are really not dating anybody, because if you guys are dating somebody, that's going to be the two people scenario, all right? You're really over and done with two people scenarios or the one person scenarios, and you're looking forward to a newer person in your life. I see an air sign coming for you, but the thing about this air sign is that this air sign is a smart ass. So this air sign might manifest that energy like either now or in the near future. But the thing is that this air sign is very, very much of a smart ass. It's somebody who, like when they say that the water is transparent, no, that's too obvious. They're just like a smart ass, you know what I mean? Like straight up smart ass. They're like, no, that's not how you do it. That's not the right thing to do. And then there's probably started talking about conspiracy or start talking about politics, and they feel that their point of view is like the rightest. And you as a Leo, you can't take that, right? Nobody can take that. Fire signs, we can't take that. And I'm not saying that every air sign is bad, but the air signs that is going to be manifesting in your life might not complement very, very well with the way that you think or even your energy. I can also see a Gemini, but that Gemini is going to start off as being friends first. Probably going to be in a relationship with this person in about 3 months-ish. So you know each other, and then you will date. You'll probably go out a lot. You'd have a few drinks or a few dinners, few dates. It will start off as being friends first, or it could literally be like your friend who is going to approach you in the future. That's a Gemini vibe for me. If it's not a Gemini vibe, you would know who I'm talking about with this one is if you guys go on a date and you have a Gemini symbolism in there. So it's either there's going to be like a angel wings in the diner that you are going to, or you're watching Netflix about Lucifer. I mean, Lucifer has wings, right? I'm not saying that Geminis are Lucifers, but it's like they have wings, right? So there's like a lot, or twin symbolism, like when you go on a date and you meet, like twins, something like that. With this person, yeah, and this person just broke up from, a relationship they thought it was like a soulmate-ish or a twin flame-ish type of relationship. So this person just went out of that relationship. I see a fire sign from you, and then it really complements your energy very, very well because it makes you feel like a kid again. It makes you feel very, very adventurous again. And then a Capricorn, let's see what this Capricorn is doing. Oh, Capricorn will take very, very slow damn ass time, but Capricorn actually wants a relationship. So with the Gemini, it starts off with friends first, with no plans for the future. With the fire signs, it's just like haha, hee hee, very, very funny and everything like that. With a Capricorn, it will take very, very long time to get into the talk of relationship or everything like that. But this person wants a relationship. So this person is relationship focused. Okay. So I think that's it from my reading for you, Leo. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it and find like a lot of clarity through this reading. And I hope you have a really great week ahead. All right. Bye-bye. I love you.